Welcome to Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor, affectionately called the Big House. Two top 20 teams, and we've got a big one for you. 14th ranked Iowa comes to town to take on the 19th ranked Michigan Wolverines. The 7th longest streak in FBS, but it's not really a big deal for Nate.
No, it's
not. He had a 147 throw streak back in 2017.
And he's so experienced, Gus, that he has seen everything that he can possibly see on a college football field. He has started 30 consecutive games, and he plays like it. Cool, calm, under pressure in the pocket.
Iowa coming off a big win against Middle Tennessee. They rushed for 351 yards. Sargent loose. Michigan may have it. And they do. So instead of turning the ball over on their first offensive series, the Wolverines force a turnover on Iowa's first offensive series. Ambry Thomas covers it up.
Great play by Khaleke Hudson, number 7. Watch him stand up the fullback, and he's in the hole, and he's the one that kind of initiates contact. Then Aiden Hutchinson, 97, comes in from the right side, and he's the one that knocks the ball loose.
Can the Wolverines pay it off? Giles Jackson in the backfield. Patterson off his back foot into the end zone. Incomplete. Tariq Black had 2 hands on the football.
DJ Johnson.
2nd down and 10 at the 18-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Charbonnet skipping through the hole. And Zach Charbonnet,
a featured guy, and on these first opening 2 series, he's been the only back to touch the ball.
3rd down and 4. Patterson, remember, he can run. Underneath, drops it off. It's caught. Not enough for the first down. Nico Collins with the catch. So the Wolverines will attempt a field goal. You take a look at Coach Gaddis, who came from Alabama.
Very upset with his wide receiver there. Wanted a different depth of route, knowing that they needed a conversion.
Jake Moody in to attempt a 28-yarder. He's been money this year, and he remains good. Michigan will take the 3 points off the Iowa turnover. Wolverines up.
They all played as young guys. Amir Smith-Marset, number 6. Brandon Smith, number 12. They all played as true freshmen, so they have grown up on the field, and that experience is paying dividends.
Gain of 11. They'll run it straight ahead as Hudson comes up with the tackle. 2nd and 5 out of the offset eye. Sargent, the deep man, and they'll give it to him running left. Cuts it back, and he'll gain a couple. Kwity Paye. And the great matchup today, folks, to watch is Kwity Paye, number 19 for Michigan. 3rd down and 4 at the 42. Tyler Goodson comes in the backfield. Here's Stanley. Looking. Stanley, incomplete. Pressure on him. Nate Stanley. Criticism he's faced from alumni and fans. Not his business, he said. My job is to coach these guys. Here's Patterson stepping up in the pocket. Going deep for Nico Collins. And he's got him inside the 20. A 51-yard gain. DJ Johnson with the tackle.
An unbelievable job by Collins here. He's on the left side of your screen. Watch him kind of shield with his body against the smaller corner, DJ Johnson. He just goes up and bodies him like it's a rebound in a basketball game. And Patterson's able to get down the field and get one of these big completions to one of these big wide receivers. And that's exactly what Kirk Ferentz was really concerned about. He thought these big wide receivers were going to be a huge problem for his smaller corners, in particular down the field. And that's coming to fruition here early.
1st down and 10 of the 19 after the 51-yard gain. And they'll run it. Hassan Haskins, sophomore from Eureka, Missouri.
Hawkeye defense, one of the best in America.
2nd and 6 from the 15. Play fake. Patterson looking in the corner. Incomplete. Collins, the intended receiver. O.J. Mudia, 3rd and 6. At the 15-yard line. Patterson with time, fires, and it's caught in a 1st down for the Wolverines. Sanry still, the freshman, with the catch. Nice route, nice call. 1st and goal at the 7. Patterson running it. No, play fake. They go straight ahead to Charbonnet. And Charbonnet will pick up 5 yards on the play.
Their normal style of offense, back in the shotgun here, even inside the 2-yard line.
2nd down and goal at the 2. Charbonnet again, touchdown Wolverine.
Michigan touchdown. Zach Charbonnet.
Fourth touchdown of the year for the freshman Zach Charbonnet.
So what you're going to get is everybody blocking down, and then when that happens, Peoples-Jones comes across the field. Watch as that influences Iowa. And right there, the linebacker, he's out of his gap. Charbonnet is able to get skinny, get right up the field, and then he beats Michael O.J. Moody of the corner to the goal line for a Michigan touchdown.
Jake Moody comes in to attempt the extra point, and it's good. Michigan off to a great start. First, the big 51-yard reception from Nico Collins. Wolverines pay it off. The freshman gets into the end zone. 10-0. Wolverines. Back after this.
Some confidence now. We'll see how that affects their attacking style of defense.
Smith-Marset, he's a burner. Gets down the sideline. Still on the move, and he'll give Iowa excellent field position. Close to midfield. Down at midfield for Nate Stanley and the Hawkeyes. Stanley to throw on first down. Crossing route incomplete. That ball thrown behind Tyrone Tracy. Last year, Devin Bush, 10th overall to the Steelers. Rashawn Gary, 12th overall to the Packers. Chase Winovich, 3rd round pick Patriots. David Long, 3rd round pick to the Rams. Stanley goes through his progressions and is sacked. Kwity Paye. A loss of 6, and who could forget the big Kwity Paye play against Army?
Watch him work on the inside. See that move? He gives that step outside with his right foot, and that moves Alaric Jackson, who's back in the lineup after an injury this season.
3rd down and 16 at the 44. Sargent, the single setback with Stanley. Sargent running it, not a lot of room, and the Hawkeyes will have to punt it away. So the Michigan defense playing with the renewed spirit and energy.
Well, and with the lead early in the game this year, and this is what we're accustomed to seeing is a more attacking style of defense. And I tell you what, that was a huge tip of the cap from the Iowa Hawkeyes and their play calling to that Michigan defense. There was no way that they wanted Nate Stanley to sit back there and feel the effects of the quarterback pressure trying to complete a long 3rd down situation. They'd rather play for field position here.
Dalton will punt it away. From the 34, Donovan Peoples-Jones, the deep man. And he'll get a shot, gets outside, turns a corner. Peoples-Jones at the 30, still on the move, and Peoples-Jones finally taken down, but he lost it, and Michigan has it. The Wolverines recovering. Looks like Jemin Green, the sophomore from DeSoto, Texas. 25, 1st and 10 at the 40. But the key for this Michigan team under Coach Harbaugh, a fumble, and the Wolverines pounce on it once again.
Wow. What a fortunate bounce on back-to-back plays. First the punt return, and now here.
2nd and 5 at the 45. Michigan playing an up-tempo game offensively. Patterson delivers and picked off. Shea Patterson, Geno Stone just plucked it out of the air. And Shea Patterson continues to turn the football over.
It was the wrong read. Play action pass later in the game and later in the set of downs.
2nd down and 6 at the 43 for Nate Stanley. Torrin Young comes in, running back by committee at Iowa. Stanley delivers to the sideline and picked off by the Wolverines. Josh Metellus, first turnover. First interception of the year for Nate Stanley.
Another huge quarterback mistake. There's nothing to hold the safety in the middle of the field. So he tries to throw the inside fade. The slot receiver's going to run a fade. But that was a great job by Metellus reading what was going on. That was Gus called max protection.
2nd team selection last year. He had 3 picks. 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's a handoff as they run right. And Iowa, well-schooled Charbonnet, gobbled up by Chauncey Golston.
And there, Golston got the best of him, got in the backfield for a tackle for loss.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 at the 27. Patterson, can he make better decisions? He'll run it this time. Patterson bottled up and taken down at the 35. Davion Nixon.
Originally out of high school, committed to Iowa, and he stayed with his commitment to Iowa and ended up here playing for the Hawkeyes.
Here's Patterson after the 8-yard gain, scrambling, throws, and he'll chuck this one out of bounds.
For this team and bring them to where they have not been under Harbaugh, which is a division winner, and he talked a lot about it.
3rd down and 6 at the 39 for Stanley. Here's Nate Stanley underneath, and it's caught for 1st down. Looks like 6 from midfield. Stanley out of the gun, throws over the middle, 1st down, Hawkeyes. Goodson receiving that football out of the backfield for Stanley. Looking over the middle again, once again, Goodson with room and another 1st down. Goodson, the freshman from Georgia, has been terrific out of the backfield receiving. Now he'll run it, bounces it outside, and goes out of bounds at the 20. How does a kid from Georgia? 7 yards last week for Goodson against Middle Tennessee. 2nd and 5 at the 19 for Stanley. Here's Stanley, goes through his progressions, now pulls it down, throws on the move. He's got his man, Reganey. And Nico Reganey, a 9-yard pickup. Torin Young, the deep man now for the Hawkeyes. They'll give it to him. And Young will get inside the 10-yard line. Carlo Kemp's lost 3 straight games in the middle of the Big Ten season. Penn State, Purdue, Northwestern. 2nd and goal at the 9. Torin Young. And he'll get inside the 5. 5-yard gain. Hutchinson with the stop. Big play here. Reganey, the receiver, in the slot at the top of your screen. Goodson in the backfield with Stanley. Here's Stanley looking in the corner. Incomplete. No flag on the play. Oliver Martin, the redshirt sophomore. So Keith Duncan in to attempt the field goal of 22 yards. And it's good.
Great hands. A contested catch that he's able to make.
9-yard gain, 1st down. True Wilson comes in at running back. He'll go in motion out of the backfield. Patterson with time over the middle and caught again for 1st down. Now they say incomplete.
By the offensive line with the protection. Shea did a great job with the decision. He's got to haul that one in.
2nd down and 10 at the 42. And it's Charbonnet. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play. At the 43, Michigan 1 of 4 on 3rd down conversions. Here's the option. They'll pitch it. Charbonnet trying to get outside, and he's taken down immediately. Beautiful open field tackle by Geno Stone, who also has an interception. Stanley with time. Stanley, and he's sacked. Quiddy Pay again. 2nd sack of the day for the Wolverines. 3rd down and 22 at the 8-yard line. Stanley will throw it down the field. He's got a receiver. Up and caught at the 44-yard line. What a throw and what a grab. 6 yards here. The 39. Nate Stanley delivers. Caught, not enough for the 1st as Tracy makes the grab, but they may give it to him. Actually, his forward progress. 2nd and 7 at the 30. Tyler Goodson comes back in. Here's Stanley. In trouble, Stanley. Nobody even close to the football. Incomplete.
Yeah, and the flag's going to come out. This is the correct call. Stanley knows it. He's frustrated.
It seemed like every player on the team, both teams, was from Ohio State.
It did.
1st down and 10 at the 48. Stanley going deep. Knocked away, incomplete, no flags. Well defended this time, Lavert Hill. Nate Stanley slides underneath, caught. Smith-Marset, first down and more for the Hawkeyes.
Use it to his advantage here in the second quarter because Iowa is playing on their terms, in particular when it comes to field position.
2nd and 10, Stanley to throw, winds up deep in the corner, and intercepted again. Lavert Hill. He was in the pocket of Tyrone Tracy, and Michigan has forced Stanley into 2 interceptions, 3 turnovers on the day.
First, you're going to get pressure from this side right into Stanley's face. Doesn't allow him to step into his throw. But the defense by Lavert Hill was special. He beats him off the line of scrimmage and stays on top. See him stay on top, then he can run the route for the wide receiver. It's like he was the wide receiver.
58-yarder.
He hits a cut. It goes left to right. His tendency from long yardage is to miss it right.
Low snap. Got it up. No good. And that's the end of the first half. 7 of the 43. Play fake. Stanley looking. Stanley steps up. Stanley rolling out, and Nate Stanley is going to be sacked. Kwity Paye again. 4th sack of the day for the Wolverines. 2nd for Kwity Paye. The second half for Iowa. Stanley sets up a screen, and he's got his man Sargent. Sargent with a first down and more. Iowa, great call there.
Yardage situation.
2nd down and 5. At the 38. Young. And on those 3rd down and long conversions for Iowa, do you ever think that Michigan may need to get out of the man coverage from time to time? Well, from the Michigan 36. Stanley under pressure, drops it off, and incomplete. Sargent, the intended receiver, but he had pressure from Georgia in the game. Here's Stanley to throw on 4th down. Stanley over the middle, and picked off. Thomas grabbed it. 3rd interception for Stanley in this game. 4th overall for Iowa.
What a play from the freshman, Daxton Hill.
Everything.
Of course. 3rd down and 6 at the 23. Gino playing extremely well today.
Mom, you should be proud.
Here's Patterson. Patterson brick and contain. Patterson first down. Michigan, a 9-yard gain on 3rd and 6.
To move the chains, and he does so right there.
Rushed for 3 touchdowns last week against Rutgers. 1st and 10.
That's the pass.
Patterson gives it up to Peoples-Jones, and he's tackled for a loss. Looks like that's a loss of almost 10 yards. 9-yard loss. Play fake. Patterson in trouble and sacked. Chauncey Golston.
Although in this long yardage situation, it might be difficult.
3rd and 21. Here's a screen to Charbonnet. And Charbonnet over the 20 up to the 25, and Michigan will punt. Sargent, the deep man. Stanley, short drop, guns it, picked up. Smith-Marset, Oski pulled that one out of the air, gain of 27. Closing moments of the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 5. Stanley, deep drop, steps up and sacked again. This time it's Michael Dana in for Kwity Paye. Paye left the game with 2.5 sacks. Michael Dana replaces him. 3rd down and 9 at the 39. Sargent and Goodson in the backfield. Stanley delivers and incomplete. That one thrown high for Sargent.
Those teams that are still below Clemson at this point. LSU is sensational throwing the football.
And it's Patterson completing it to the far side. Nico Collins. Nico Collins just having a great career in Michigan, averaging 21 yards per catch.
Inside the 40-yard line against Iowa.
2nd down and 8. Shea Patterson to throw, near side. Incomplete and out of bounds. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 4 catches, 26 yards for Peoples-Jones. 1st and 10 at the 42. Patterson. Another completion. This time it's Black. Tariq Black, the junior.
Defense, a good rest.
1st down at the Iowa 19. Here's Shea Patterson. Again, throws to the corner, incomplete. Fans wanted a flag. They won't get it. He's led Michigan in receiving 3 straight games. 3rd and 7. Play clock winding down. They get it away. Patterson in the end zone. And incomplete. Bell, the intended receiver, but Geno Stone for 16 in his career. Excuse me, a 34-yarder. And that one, he pushed it wide right. So Michigan comes up empty.
Bear down and play some of his best ball here inside of 10 minutes of the 4th.
2nd and 4 on the play fake. Stanley! And he's sacked. Great blitz by Michigan. Glasgow. The 5th-year senior from Aurora, Illinois. Iowa has been successful on 3rd and longs in this game. Stanley. Under pressure again. He's sacked again. Cameron McGrone. 7th sack of the day for the Wolverines.
McGrone's blitzing from his linebacker spot right here. Watch number 10 for Iowa, Mekhi Sargent. He's trying to come across the set and get the blitz pickup, and he totally whiffs, and McGrone is right there in Stanley's face to get another sack. Create pressure on Stanley.
1st down to the 44 for Iowa. Stanley. Sideline. He's got a man. And caught. What a throw. And what a catch. Tyler Goodson, the freshman. 3rd down and 24. Stanley under pressure. Stanley dropped again. Cameron McGrone, first man to him, 8th sack of the day for the Wolverines.
He's certainly done that.
Big play here for both teams. 3rd and 6 of the 19. And Patterson looking for the 1st down, and he will not get it. Nicely done by the Iowa defense. Christian Welch. Timeouts. Stanley looking. Bounces off of his spot. Stanley throws and incomplete. That one skipped to Smith-Marset. Jim Harbaugh wanted a hold.
Yeah, and he should have gotten one. Michael Dana was held by Tristan Wirfs, number 74, right in front of the official. Mike Cannon, the white hat, was standing 5 yards from that play. He's got to throw that flag. An obvious miss. Watch number 74. I understand you want to let it be played out on the field, but look at this hold right there, right in front of the quarterback. Dana is trying to get outside. He's got his hands up. The official is right there. There's no excuse for Mike Cannon not to throw his flag.
2nd down and 10 at the 44. Under a minute to play in regulation. Nate Stanley underneath, incomplete. Reganey took his eyes off that football. The offensive line for Iowa has given Stanley time. Stanley under pressure and incomplete. Reading was the intended man. Had hands on the football.
Another blitz, trying to get to Stanley before he wants to throw the ball.
Iowa needs to go to the Michigan 34 for 1st down. 4th down and 10. Young and Goodson in the backfield. Goodson has been terrific out of the backfield receiving. Stanley in trouble. Stanley retreating. Stanley throws. Caught. Goodson gets to midfield, dives forward, but won't have enough. And the Michigan defense holds. Don Brown brought pressure again. And with 37 seconds to go, Michigan getting to the quarterback, Khaleke Hudson.
How about Nate Stanley? He gets it into his left hand and completes the ball to Goodson, who looks like he's got a path, and then almost from his backside, the true freshman Daxton Hill makes the tackle on the outside. What a series.
Victory formation for the Wolverines. And how about that? Michigan went back to the drawing board after the embarrassing loss at Camp Randall. They executed well last week against Rutgers, shutting them out. Came into this game, a big game, and they defeat the Hawkeyes 10-3, handing Iowa their first loss of the season.
Whew. How about the defense putting the Michigan Wolverines with the season in the balance, the division in the balance, and this defense put the Wolverines on their back. 8 sacks, 3 interceptions. That defense was absolutely sensational, allowing only 261 yards. They were continually in their own territory,